Let's see if it's live streaming. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It's probably live streaming by now. Well, if it is, welcome everybody. This is the legendary Storm slash DBC Metallica guy. And today, we are playing some Absolver. This was the one game I've been wanting to showcase for a long time now. Because, well, it's one of those games that I've been... Well, it's just one of my favorite games to be playing. And, oof. I'm sorry for, like... I'm very, very tired right now. But I am trying my very best to make sure I stay awake. Let's see here. Let's keep the black hair. I think I've done this. No, I haven't done that fighting style yet. For the most part, I've been only using Windfall just for me to avoid. Then I could use like Absorb, where I'll absorb the hits. And I've not done this one yet. Like I said, I've just been so used to using Windfall, but this time around, I don't think it difficult. I don't think it makes, because you see these little stars right there. I think they indicate like how hard they are to master. In which case, I'm pretty sure one indicates like a 1 star basically indicates that they're easy to play as and something for you to start off with. Unfortunately, I didn't do that first. I actually used Windfall a lot, but I've never done Forsaken, so fuck it. Let's do Forsaken. Oh yeah, so probably really. Yeah, I should pretty much. Come on now. Because it won't let you do the name if you've already put your other name on there, so I decided to go for this name. Like, for instance, I've already put the name Storm on one of my profiles, but just because I had the name Storm on there doesn't mean I could just use the same name. So I kind of have to do the other. Also, there is absolutely no dialogue at the moment. There's probably not going to be any dialogue for a bit. So there's no voice acting right now. It'll take a bit before any voice acting were to be. But even if there are voice acting, they're not going to really be speaking English. They'll be speaking an entirely different language. Alrighty. Alright. Now here's the cool thing. I can immediately switch this mask up a bit, so I can just go for something that's completely different. Because I've never been a big fan of that costume. Alrighty. Alright. I always like this costume a lot. But later you can actually get some pretty cool ass costumes later on too. Like I said, I've pretty much already know how to play this. So yeah, while over here with the whole combat deck, there's actually, think of a combat deck as basically you switching stances. Each time when you switch stances, you'll actually start off with a different attack, and so on and so forth. And you can also alternate each moves in your combat deck, which we'll showcase very shortly. But right now, I also don't really have enough moves to show you. Okay, so I was doing a little feint there. So any button that you press, any attack button that you pretty much press right here, you could basically do like a little jab. Maybe it, like, basically the whole square is the light attack. The triangle, that's definitely the heavy. There, nothing particularly anything else that any some sort of a other attack pattern other than the fact that, like I said, mentioned before, you could use your combat deck, or in which case switching your stances to alternate. But I will say, towards like there's a thing called a feint, as you guys can already read on that top. Well, not top, but that where it says feint on the right. Guard also allows you to cancel any attack if pressed immediately after attacking. So, so basically I can just hit the square button, but I can immediately hit the L2 button in order for me to actually activate that. And I cannot stress enough how many times I've actually used the feint a whole lot, and how many times it's actually saved my ass. Alright, so next we got dodge. Dodge!
I'm gonna go grab something to eat.
Alright. Just like in real life, you don't want to turn your back on your opponent. The back is where you're most vulnerable at. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Once they got you in a combo while your back is turned, it's pretty much game over on that. You can only do meditations when it's pretty much safe at the moment. So, how about we increase my endurance, shall we? Alright. Ooh. Oh god. Really fucking me up there. I about got fucked up here, man. Shit. Just about. Yeah, unless there's enemies nearby, this will not let me do meditation. So it's pretty much like just as long as there's no enemies around, you can do meditation. So you don't have to worry about somebody jumping you. And in case you're wondering, when it comes down to online players, because this is an all online game, you don't have to worry about that either. They can't really jump you, even if they see you meditating. They'll actually have an invincibility going around, so they can't really hurt you either. So this is very nice to actually have. I am Talum. I will help you as you progress, but if you lose yourself to the... I was reading that. When you are safe, you can enter meditation and practice your combat deck. Oh yeah, now I can actually... Oops. Now I can actually showcase what I mean by... So yeah, there's a little practice mode. Just in case you're actually a little rough around the edges. Helps you... Could definitely be very useful when you haven't played for quite some time. I remember that's like that with me for a while. So yeah, you can actually... So you can actually pretty much... No. Hmm. So you can pretty much like it's hard for me to actually talk while I'm very much tired. Sorry. So yeah, um, each time when you enter meditation, and if you unlocked any more moves as you progress, then you can add those moves onto and slap them onto your character, which is always a pretty nice suggestion when you want to start switching your moves up. See, if I was using Windfall, that would have been such a different story right there. I wouldn't have got hit that much. As I said, I've gotten so used to doing the fighting style Windfall in this game. Your character is always going to be... Okay, I can just pretty much just put the controller down right there. I have tried so many times to try to get my character to pop up like at the bottom of the left screen, but I can never do that because I don't know if the game will actually allow me to do. Like maybe it has like a certain stop point as to making your character stop. Excuse me. I don't remember how much this game is. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you can actually fall from this. So, definitely, when you're in the fight, make sure you're not near the ledge, because there's no invisible wall that can save you. So, just be very aware of your surroundings, because I cannot tell you how many times I have fallen off a cliff whenever I'm fighting against somebody. So I try to find the one spot that doesn't at least involve a cliff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So these little poles right here, these little altars, these are now your save points, or which case, your safe zone. So now, even if players do try to attack you, like I said, you're all you're always going to be guaranteed safety as long as you enter meditation, because even if there's asshole players, they can't really hurt you when you're in meditation state, no matter what. But these always serve as a great way for a save point. So, especially when you progress through the game. So, definitely try to find those as much as you can. Also, this game does in fact autosave, so excuse me. Let's go over here, shall we? Also, it doesn't matter like which way you go actually in these because how the way this game is designed, think of it like how when you first start playing Dark Souls, it doesn't give you a set destination as to where you need to go. You are more than welcome to travel around anywhere where you want to go. So, as I mentioned in the title, Dark Souls, but martial arts. This game does not care where you go. And just like Dark Souls, this game can get really hard. I believe this is the very first area I went to when I first started playing this game. Because there are a lot of enemies over there. And this is actually a good... yeah, this is actually a pretty good way to actually start grinding up like crazy here. And this is where I will be encountering other players now. So that bottom right there, home 2780, yep, that's a player. Yeah, and he's just doing his own thing right now at the moment. And as long as we don't bother each other, that's all fine and dandy. I'll say this right now, like, no matter how many times there's been some players that actually decide to fight me anyway and whatnot, I would just absolutely wreck them. But I might actually get wrecked because I've never really done this fighting style. So this is definitely a new one for me to do. Where to go? Oh shit. And every now and then you'll actually have other players that'll help you out in your journey. So every time whenever when a player does actually decide to help you, you hold down the L1 right here where it shows all the emotes, and you do the bend salute. That's just the way to say thank you in this game. Or showing respect. Because there are times that you can actually challenge other players, and here I'll actually show you the proper way how you can do this. So as you hold the R1, there's a little red icon that says declare fight. Now they are more than welcome to either decline, or they can actually accept. The way for them to accept, I believe, is they have to hit the same icon. You can also request a coup, so, or co-op, in which case this is where it really comes in handy, because sometimes, as I mentioned before, some players will help you out in your journeys. And let me say this right now. As far as I know, when it comes down to like encountering other players, they were more than happy to help each other actually in this game. So this game does brought down some minus points in terms of how difficult the game can get. It just all depends if you actually encounter some players. Now, the only thing that players cannot do is do these story events with you. That is the only way. That is the only way you're not allowed to be able to health them on, because of the fact that, well, the game just simply won't let you. So, yeah. Ooh, new belt. Add to my collection. I collect belts. Ooh. Oh, also, if you actually do decide to start an official match with somebody, it's always a very good idea to actually revive them afterwards, because they might not help you next time. Because they might not help you. Like, they'll, like, as soon as you get done with the fight, revive them. Because if you don't revive them, then they basically lose all the shit that they've worked so hard about. And that's just a dick move to not do. Oh, lordy. So I'm trying to see if there's something I could... There's another player. Either he started a new profile like I did, or he's a completely new player. But I'm not the type of... Oh, he has a weapon with him too. That's awesome. Yeah. Also, if you actually decide to actually get some weapons in this game, they actually do enhance your moveset. Like, your movesets will change within each weapons that you do carry. Most of the time when it comes into a sword, it's kind of the more standard type of sword control. Like, you know, you start doing some swings, you start doing some fancy footwork, sort of. Yes, okay. Now, this is where things start to get pretty, this is where things start to get a little interesting. Oh, wait, that's right. You will have to learn more attacks if you want to survive. That is very true. You want to learn as many attacks as you possibly can. If an unknown attacks your guard, you will start learning it. If you use your combat style's ability against that attack, you will learn it even faster. So basically, deflect. If you are defeated with fleet combat, you will lose all of this experience. Victory is the only path to acquiring. Okay, yeah, no. I'm not ready for that yet. I am very underleveled. Matter of fact, too underleveled for this. Oh yeah, so you can also change your outfits as I've showcased before, and each one does actually give you better protection than most. But right now, I'm not too worried about my defense. I honestly, I could kind of care less about my... Well then.